Speaking of coaches, Josh McDaniels, Wayne, left to go coach the Raiders. You, many times, called Josh McDaniels an offensive genius, but he is 1-4, and he's having his second awful head coaching stint. If he's such a genius, why can't he not get it right with the LA or with the Las Vegas Raiders?
It's a couple of factors, right? I mean, so there's some guys who are just amazing coordinators that won't make good head coaches. I think of a guy like Monty Kiffin, right? Monty Kiffin was a genius defensive coordinator. He was never going to be a head coach. Rex Ryan, for as bad as he was as a head coach, was an amazing defensive coordinator. Marvin Lewis was an amazing defensive coordinator, barely average head coach. Josh McDaniels is a genius. He's one of the best offensive coordinators I've ever seen in my life. I just don't know if he knows how to be a head coach, but he might. And here's the sad thing. I don't think he's going to get the chance to show it in Las Vegas. The reality is, last year they had the 17th ranked scoring offense. This year, number 6. So he actually has better scoring. Last year, their defense was 27th. Now it's 26th. So he doesn't know how to coach defense. I never say he was a defensive genius. He knows how to coach offense, and he can make those guys offensively better. But I think that it takes time to establish. Bill Belichick was 5-11 his first year with the New England Patriots. It takes time to establish that foundation and to build a system. And I think McDaniels could do that. Unfortunately, I think he's going to get the axe at the very latest by the middle of next season, but possibly by the end of this season. And that's just not fair because you got to give the guy time.
Yeah. Yeah. You've got, a guy in Josh McDaniel who left. Where did he went? Denver, right? The first time.
Yeah, Denver was his first head coaching stint, and then he went to St. Louis, I think, and then back to the Patriots.
Yeah, and I mean, once he got back to the Patriots, it's like we were just talking about, right? Like I said, even coaches, they go back to New England and they're successful. And you look at what he was able to do last year with Mac Jones, and you're like, oh, God, he's going to Vegas, and they just got Devontae Adams to add to that wide receiving core. And he's got a quarterback who is probably one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the league. He's going to destroy the AFC West. As a matter of fact, I picked them to be the second best team in that division this year. So I really thought that whole division is disappointing me right now. I thought that they were really going to set the place on fire. And Josh McDaniel is out there, and Vegas fans already want to send him back to New England. We're in week 5. They're already saying, go back to New England, Josh. They don't want anything to do with them anymore. And it's like, I can't put my finger on it either. It's kind of like we were just talking about. These guys leave New England. They're great inside the system. They leave the system, and it's not just players, it's coaches too. They leave the system and they have to go back. I mean, it's unbelievable to me how this happens. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it, but it just...
Thank you for checking out that man-hour clip. Be sure to hit the subscribe and like button and below, and of course, share us with a couple friends. But if you like what you just saw, click right here to check out our latest video, and of course, click right here to subscribe. And as always, Man Hour Nation, rise up.